I'll talk about monography 7. People who resist. One of the most frustrating experiences a lay pastor has to deal with is a person or household who respond to the first contact with the resistance. The first question is, what do I do? One of the first thoughts, maybe, I must be a failure. Admittedly, dealing with the resistance is one of the most troubling challenges a lay pastor faces. God knows all about the resistance. For most cases, He will help a lay pastor break through it and transformation resistance into relationship. Why do some people resist lay pastoring initiatives? There are several possible reasons, many of which you can only guess at the beginning of distance, and resisting people keep themselves from you. One or more following list is probably the reason you are experiencing resistance. Number 1, timid. Some people are not open to you because they are not open to any new relationship, or are at least very cautious about getting involved with another friend. This is their nature. They are just plain timid, so it is much easier for them to say no to you than to risk acquaintance with someone they don't really know or know well. 2, fear. Some people have been burned by folks they trusted or church programs they initially liked. They are fearful of trying another. They believe it is safer to say no than to risk a bad experience. For them, no involvement guarantees no disappointment or problems. 3, unacquainted. They do not know what this new ministry or relationship is. They are not certain or what is expected of them. They have no way of knowing the benefit of being prayed for regularly and having someone there for them. Their lack of knowledge is not due to not being told, but to their difficulties of hearing. 4, spiritual simplicity. Many Christians have not grown spiritually and are like a child who, while growing older, has not matured in other ways. The hope of Christian love and friendship is led to their present level of spiritual life. They have not yet accepted the fact that they have been born into the family, that they have been a member of the body, so they resist the approach of a brother or sister who only want to love them, be in touch with them, and pray for them. They find it's more comfortable to leave things as they are. The fact is they don't want their vocational pastor to get too close either. Number 5, ego. Their feelings and thoughts are that they do not need a lay pastor. They are doing okay as they are. They are active in church, growing spiritually. They have many Christian friends. Aside someone who needs a lay pastor, they may say they come close to resenting the idea that someone thinks they need a lay pastor. Subconscious. Neither you nor they know why they are not open to having a lay pastor. The reason is beyond the mental horizon. If pressed for a reason, they would have no explanation for not wanting someone from church to enter their lives as their lay pastor. That's just the way it is, and they are not ready at this time to change. Their lay pastor is not at a loss to understand why. When they encounter resistance, lay pastors often come to one or more these 3 false conclusions. 1, They don't need a lay pastor. 2. They are rejecting me. Maybe they would accept someone else. 3. Let the pastor only those who want a lay pastor. The following 3 responses correct the 3 faulty conclusions number for number. 1. Everybody needs pastoring. Every man, woman, boy, or girl needs someone praying for them regularly and in other ways caring about them. The goal is for all, whether all accept it or not. The same is true of pastoral care. God charges us to tend His flock, to care for His people. 2. They are resisting the ministry, not you. I resist salespeople coming to my door. It doesn't make any difference who the salesman is here. I resist their effort. I'm not resisting a particular person. I am resistant to welcome into my hall or salesperson ringing my doorbell. In the same way, you just happen to be one God has chosen to be loved with skin on it to this household. They are resisting your caring initiative, not you yourself. 3. The third innermost conclusion is corrected by the response just given, but we must add a very important principle. People who do not want a lay pastor in all, likely who need a lay pastor more than those who are open to you. Therefore, the challenge is to find ways to pastor these people in spite of their being close or partially close to you. So, how does one pastor a person who resists? Here is an example which helps you understand how you can pastor a person who is not open to you. Your relationship with your resistor is neither secretive nor deceptive, but you can do a lot of pastoring without them knowing what is going on. The pastoring commitment you make is PACE to them. Pray for them regularly, available to them, contact them regularly, be example to them. You can do all 4 of these pastoring functions before they accept you and without a person-to-person contact. The challenge is to you is not to give up, not to get discouraged or disgusted, not to back out, not to fall for one or more of the erroneous conclusion others may have, and not to be diligent in fulfilling the commitment you made to your church and to God to care for His people. Even those who resist the persistent is the word. Hebrews 10:35-36 galvanized me to continue doing what God is calling me to do, and it should be the same way for you. So do not throw away your confidence, it will be richly rewarded. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. Combining Hebrews 11:27 with 12:2 does the same for me. He, Moses, persevered because he saw Him who is invisible. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the originator and the perfecter of our faith. After accepting what is offered, they discover that it feels good, and they are comfortable with it and even ask, how did I get along with this person? They observe it like sponges. We all know the principle. For example, I didn't know how comfortable a downfield coat was, how warm it would keep me in the Minnesota winter, until my wife, after a few years of patient and persistent urging, persuaded me to buy one. Now, I really wonder how I got along without it before. People who at first resist accept a lay pastor, but who eventually break through the resistance, find out how good it is to have someone who is praying for them, caring about them. They didn't know what they were missing until love began to get through. There are many illusions and examples of this. One example is the experience of one of the lay pastors at the present Memorial United Methodist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. The lay pastor is a young lady. She phoned one of her newly appointed flock, who was also a young lady, to make an appointment to get together for the first feeding. She met resistance. I don't know what a lay pastor is, and I don't think I am interested, she was told. It was flat rejection, but the lay pastor prayed and contacted her register by phone occasionally to see how she was doing. But she was repeatedly rejected. As a long time after the first rejection, the girl hit a crisis. Immediately she was open to her lay pastor. She was anxious for her to come and help her pass the crisis. Her lay pastor was there for her and saw her through some very difficult emotions. She did not know what she needed until her lay pastor came along with offering to her with patience, prayer, and perseverance. The reality of resistance, understanding the reasons, knowing how to lovingly and creatively respond, awareness of the proven principle that often people do not know what they need until someone comes along with the offer. To all them all need to four principles, four things one must know when caring about one of God's people who resist your caring initiative. Number one, know that you have something they need. Love with Skinner. Number two, know that you must preserve in giving them what they need. PACE. 3. Know that you have to find a way to give it to them. Continue to take the initiative. Be prayerful, patient, persistent, sensitive, and respectable. 4. Know that there will be a breakthrough. Know that at that time they will discover how much they needed and wanted what you have to give. Love is keen on it. It's what God wanted them to have. He chose you to give it, no matter what the cost is. This was the monograph 7. How can we care for people who resist? Thank you.